We are with Trey Songz, the 32-year-old Grammy-nominated R&B artist who is about to drop his seventh album, Tremaine, this Friday. You've been very vocal about you invented sex and people look up to you as, you know, someone who's very smooth with the opposite sex, and you have a lot of female fans. If we were telling
Pressure.
if you were telling a GQ male reader, as most of them are male obviously, what are your sort of tips for the perfect date?
The perfect date, I think a lot of people get confused in thinking that the perfect date is one thing that you can just implement in any date with any woman, and I don't think that's really true. I think as long as you're a gentleman and I think pay very close attention. You know, that's one thing that women love that I think men overlook, paying attention to detail.
Is there like a go-to scent that you always wear? What is your...
No, I actually switch up my scents quite often. I love Tom Ford Black Orchid. I believe there's a white orchid too that I mix the black and the white sometimes.
You mix them together, okay.
Yeah, so I don't smell like nobody, but now I gotta go switch it up because y'all don't be stealing my smell.
That's gonna be your scent. And what about an outfit? You suit up well. What's your go-to?
My fashion and sense of style is all about comfort and very clean. Like I don't like to do too much. Like and it's very different from how I used to dress. What
would be your kind of romantic playlist from some of your own songs?
Oh, from my songs?
Yeah, if you had to pick three.
I kind of stay away from playing my music, but if I kind of stay away from it.
Okay.
She said, "Oh, you never." But if I had to pick three.
Well, this isn't you though. This will be a GQ reader. If you want him to play your music, right?
I mean, you do what you do, my boy. I'm thinking about women, but my man, if you want to make your women happy, then definitely play my music.
But which song in particular?
Neighbors Know My Name, of course. Dive In is a great one. And We Should Be is a great one.
Okay, it's a romantic playlist. And what would you cook?
Well, 3 songs is a very short romantic playlist, so I would advise that you get more songs.
Yes, maybe
and
just
lengthen your playlist.
We can't listen more here though. Maybe just download your album.
Right. And cooking the perfect romantic meal, you know, that's another thing. You gotta know what she eats. Like, cause women nowadays, she might be vegan, she might be on a diet, she might be on her fitness thing.
Do you agree with that kind of thing?
I think whatever's best for you. I think if you're trying to better yourself in health and life and spirit, whatever it is. But I think you should know, because when it comes to vegans, like, I don't know what to, like, one of my girlfriends actually, she went vegan, like, in the middle of our relationship. And it was so tough, because I'm eating chicken and steak and all type of stuff around her, and she's still trying to figure out what it is that she's supposed to eat, you know what I mean? So I think, once again, catering specifically to the woman you're dating, the woman you're in a relationship with, you're involved with, knowing what it is she likes. Like if you're cooking chicken, you should know if she like white or dark meat. You should know which part.
That's specific.
Yeah, you should know. Like, especially if this is someone that's what makes you different from another man.
Would you ever date a fan?
A fan? I think it's hard to kind of X that out. You know, being that I've been making music so long, that doesn't mean that a fan can't be, you know, someone in my workplace or whatever. But I think I definitely would date somebody that was a fan of my music.
What's the craziest, almost disturbing fan declaration of?
So many at this point.
I saw that post on your Twitter where you're like, this girl always cries.
Yeah.
That was funny. So you'd met her enough times that you knew.
Yeah, I've actually met her here before as well.
Really?
Yeah. She's front row at concerts. She holds up signs. I've met her anytime I come to Europe.
What advice would you give to the kind of 30-year-old man who's trying to be a better man, as you say?
Life is about evolving, and you know, when you reach a certain age, people tell you you're supposed to do certain things, and you know, life changes. I would say that self-reflection is more important than the opinions and thoughts of others about, and you know, this is how to be a man, but women as well. I think it's very much enforced that women should have children by this time or be married by this time or be doing this with their lives. I think self-reflection and knowledge of yourself, and you can't be in a relationship if you're not ready to be in a relationship. Don't go get in a relationship because people say, oh, you're too old, you need this and you need that. I think to want something and to be ready for something are two different things. So in order to have love, you have to be ready to give love and receive love and live within that. I named this album Tremaine. You know, one thing my mother used to always say, she says, Tremaine takes a backseat to Trey Songz. You know, she said that makes her sad.
Okay.
So for me, I'm trying to learn how to put me as a person first versus me as an artist, as a brand, as, you know, Trey Songz first. You know, out.
So was that inspired by your mother's comments? The album name?
Partly, I think a lot of the things in my thought processes are inspired by my mom's comments and her thoughts. She plays a very big role in my life.
Is that advice for all other men? Listen to your mom?
I mean, your mama not my mama, so I can't tell you that she gonna have advice like mine. The music that I make is made for women. The parties I attend that I'm paid to host, or the shows that I'm paid to perform at, the way I take care of my family is making music for women. And there's constantly a lot of women around. So anybody I deal with, that's definitely been a hindrance sometimes in relationships. People not even if you trust somebody, like that's a hard thing to deal with. You know, so for myself, like that's something that as I move out of this album cycle, staying out of the club when I don't have to be in there,
Are you ever for women approaching you, or do you think it always has to be the man?
You know, I'm a man that loves to approach. You know, I feel like that's, you know, what men should do.
Oh, really?
Yeah, but I'm not opposed to a woman being, you know, a woman that speaks her mind and says what she wants. I just think it's, you know, I'm from Virginia, like a Southern guy, you know.
So you're quite traditional.
Some ways,
and
some ways more than that.
What's been the craziest date that you've ever organised?
Craziest date I've ever organised?
Or most romantic experience that you have organised?
Well, there was this one time, it was my girlfriend's birthday, and her employees, like her assistant and stuff, they bought her like all these balloons, but they came in the balloons, they spelled her name wrong. Like it was
Really?
Yeah, like it was the first letter, her name was spelled wrong. So I bought a whole bunch of that letter. And like it had flowers, everything like shaped in the letter that everybody missed, that got incorrect. Cause she wasn't really tripping. She was like, damn, they can't even spell my birthday balloons right. You know what I mean? So she's like, she has these big, grandiose, beautiful balloons. So I popped the other letter.
That's nice. So, Trey, what song are you proudest of on your upcoming album, Tremaine?
I'm proud of them all, but I would love to direct fans to the very first song. It's entitled The Prelude, and it actually intertwines very beautifully into a song entitled Come Over. I think fans will enjoy it.
Why? What's so special?
It just has a very, very R&B vibe, and it's, you know, the opening of the project, and it's very, very literal to my mindset right now.
And what do you want people to feel, their first reaction when they listen to it?
I want you to feel whatever it is you feel. I can't dictate that, the music will.
Okay.